Yeah, and welcome to another Chamba Hour art stream. I'll be finishing this lovely lady off, and then I will most likely, hopefully, if I finish on time, begin the next one. G'day, man. Today's it's not exactly the best kind of warm up for today's work, but it'll be fine. I mean, it'll be fine. I think, what am I doing today? I'll be we're doing layouts today, I think. Yeah. If you hear coughing at the back, my nephews are here and they both caught a cold, I think, over the weekend. First the little one, and then the older one. So they're out of, the older one's out of school today because he's obviously not feeling too well. Well, I mean, like, he feels fine, except I think he's just, yeah, for precaution's sake, he's not attending. Hey, thanks, Da Vinci's Devil. Yeah, hopefully he'll start feeling better soon. Usually it takes a few days for it to go. Like, thankfully, I think he's not overexerting himself, so that'll definitely help out. But yeah, it definitely doesn't sound good. It always kind of sounds worse than it actually is. Just trying to work out what the next character is going to be. I think I've got, I mean, I'm obviously going to go through a slew of them during these morning warm-up stream thingies, but in regards to the next one, I think I'm kind of narrowing it down between two. Both are fairly simple, but then it's also which version of them will I do. I might do something a little bit more involved, I guess. I don't know, we'll see. I don't really want to think about these too hard on these pieces. Just kind of do them and let that be it, you know? Well, there's a lot of monsters, so I'm not really gonna think that far ahead. Ah, darn it. I buggered that. Let's start that again, shall we? So I wasted about 4 minutes. That's fine. That's fine. Yeah, what'll I do after the monsters are done? Who knows? I might like just do some of the heroes, I guess. There's a ton of them. Do some B class heroes, do some A class heroes. do some of the do some characters from the fighting tournament, do some of the villains. I haven't drawn a lot of characters from this series. You know, I'm a big fan of the series, but I don't exactly draw too much fan. I draw a lot of Saitama and a couple of Genos because, you know, Saitama is fun to draw. He's, I treat him like Dan from Street Fighter, where it's a stupid character, and I like stupid characters. So yeah, I could always go through some of the heroes. I might just end up going through a couple of those. But we'll see. It's too early to predict. But it's probably a safe assumption. I mean, I'm not gonna tackle any of the monsters that have yet to appear, because I don't really want to spoil anything, you know. Same as the heroes, I guess. I don't really want to tackle too many of those. So today's Patreon upload, which is already scheduled, is some of the steps to what is it? To one of the tier rewards. So yeah, it's a character I've never drawn before, and I think I quite like the results of this one. So yeah, for those who are on Patreon, check that out in 2 hours time. Or whenever, you know, it's up there. Or for the rest of the people who aren't on Patreon, you'll see it in February. That looks fine. That looks decent. You'll see it when you work, I guess. That's the beauty of it. It's never really gonna go anywhere. When will I mark switching over from the monsters to the heroes? Honestly, it depends. It's there's no like schedule for it, you know what I'm saying? So it could be whenever I feel like it. I could just, you know, start switching it up. Do a hero, then a monster. So it really depends. It really depends what I feel like at the time. Right now, I'm still kind of in the monsters kick. I've only got like what? I'm like 4 deep. Is it 4? 4? Maybe 3? I don't even know. 3 or 4? I can't tell. I don't remember. So I've still got a bit to go. There's still a buttload of monsters to tackle before I even consider doing any of the heroes. So lots of those. Lots of monsters still. Mysterious beings. That's down. Let's get some of the... I hope I can finish this today. I kind of lose track of time when I'm working on this, though, to be honest. Okay, there you go. Yeah, 5th, I guess 5th. I mean, thank you for keeping updated. I can't remember it. I knew there was a couple. Also, I shall upload the image of deep seeking on Instagram and Twitter and whatnot tomorrow. What I might do, actually, yeah, I think I may have mentioned this yesterday. I might throw a few larger unwatermarked images of these in Patreon in the collected zip files at the end of the month. Just, you know, why not? Just because they're there. Do I get all of it there? I think I got all of it. Yeah, I think I'm just like, I'm kind of pacing it out quite nicely. And again, like, these are fun. There's no pressure. These are just for fun. And I'm enjoying it too, so. And I get to, like, you know, draw characters that I have yet to draw. I really should have saved some for Patreon though. I still gotta think of characters to throw in the poll though. Actually, no, I think I have an idea. I've drawn them before, but not in my regular style. I've drawn them in more random view style, so I think the next one I might have an idea. Oh yeah, gotta at least try to enjoy what it is you're doing, you know. Otherwise, what's the point of it all, really? I mean, I love drawing, obviously, you can tell, But it's nice when you actually get to, plus the results end up better when you're enjoying what it is you're working on. Oops. Didn't mean that. Botch that. Gotta fix that later, remind myself. Yeah, I turn down commissions from time to time. It's usually I just don't feel like it. When it's too demanding, I guess, for whatever it is. There could be many reasons. Or just like I've done a few of them and I'm just not interested. I'm just it's boring. It becomes boring. And it also depends on where I am at that time in regards to, oh yeah, I could use some extra funds. I know it's not going to take long, so I'll accept certain ones at that point. But if if I don't feel like it, it's just not going to come out well. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's almost like why if the results aren't going to be good, should I spend time doing it? If that makes sense. Look at that, I botched that up. What happened there was I did it in the wrong layer. That's why it wasn't filling in properly yesterday. That's why I didn't do that. Now it's proper. So that when I do selections, it works out. So yeah, I've turned down commissions before. I think it's easier to turn down commissions at conventions also. Like if you just don't have the time to do it, then you can't do it, you know? Like you're already full up, then you decline it. You don't. I'm not going to accept anything that I know that I don't have the time for, or like take home commissions. I don't like that. Like, I don't mind take home if I'm going to, you know, it's a 2-day show and I'll take it home on a Saturday and then, you know, give it to them on a Sunday. That's fine. But like, I'm not going to accept commissions on a Sunday if I know I can't finish it by that day. Because then there's the whole like, oh yeah, I gotta mail it out to them or something. Nah, no thanks. Yeah. I mean, like, commissions it's what it is. I treat it the same way as client work. You know, the person who commissions me becomes a client. So depending on what it is, like, I understand some people who commission like a sketch, they're super demanding, but I'm going to treat it like it's a client job, so you're going to get something decent out of it. But if they're demanding, and, you know, I have to weigh it based on the value that what it is. Like making edits for a sketch, no. I will charge you for that because it's still time. Whether it's a sketch or not, it doesn't matter. Like, these pieces are treated differently because they're not, you know, there's no approval process. I mean, I'm not going to make it look bad. I'll try and I will always put the same amount of effort into it as I would a client job or a commission. But because those are for people, it's not the same in the sense that I will do based in accordance to what they're after. Whereas this one, if I'm fine with it, then that's it. Then it's done. There's no edits unless I'm happy with, you know, unless I'm not happy with it specifically. Yeah, it's, you know, and I can understand where they're coming from in a sense, where it's like they want to get the most out of what they're, you know, paying for, because, you know, commissions aren't cheap, but you got to remember, like, that's a this is a luxury. This is not, it's not supposed to, it's a treat in a way, you know. It's not supposed to be something that is for everybody, and it's not going to be, because not everybody's going to want like original artwork and stuff. So and yeah, it's what they decide to get on. It's not like just buying a product. It's a custom made piece for them. Oftentimes of their own character. Sometimes it's of a character that they're a fan of, that, you know, it wouldn't have existed prior to you drawing, if that makes sense. Like, sure, they can always find an image of that character online, or if it's their own original character, that's one of the only ways they're going to see it, right? Is if they get an artist to visualize it. And, you know, I can understand being specific, because it's their baby. It's their, it's, you know, they wanted to get as close to what they see in their minds, but understanding that it's not, they have to be specific. And like, I remember, like, whenever, like, supplying image references, when it's entirely text-based, sure, that's, I can understand it, because if they don't if they can't draw, that's fine. But if they know what the character looks like in their mind, instead of just like describing it with text, if they would include just visual representation, even if it's similar to, like, it's not going to be exact, obviously. Just that'll definitely assist the artist more in, you know, in depicting that character, their character. Because the more back and forth, the longer it's going to take. And again, a lot of artists aren't working on that one piece at this, you know, they're working on more pieces. So it's going to take a bit of time. But then, like, some clients don't understand that. And they're like, oh, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? That's not going to get things done quicker. Do you know? Mind you, some artists work differently. Like, I don't really like multitasking. It's not fun. Because it's like the whole switching up the mindset. It's not fun for me. If I can get things done one and done, great. I don't mind, like, waiting a day or two. Just a day, like, you know, for approvals. But approvals can kill momentum too. That's why, like, if a client would come up with visual references, if we can, like, churn it out then and there, that's the best case scenario, obviously. But it's not always going to be that way. they get it done quick, as in they receive it quickly, and you get to do it quickly. But it also depends on the speed of the artist, how they work specifically. That's just me. That's how I like to work. I like to work one at a time as quickly as I can, but not rushing it in a way, but just like getting it done. Just yeah, if they make things easier, it'll be a smoother transaction process. Just art process in general too. Yeah, stock images are perfect. Like, if it's like an armored character or whatever, could be anything. It's like, yep, shoulder blades like shoulder armor like this, but black, or add some more spikes, make the spikes look like this. Face similar to this, but this type of hairstyle. All that really assists. And I do try to accommodate to the clients, but yeah, it's not, just know that it's not, you got to consider like the time differences, all that type of stuff. That's not the only thing that you're working on. So yeah, it's fine. I like that. Tabletop. Thankfully, I have not had too many experiences with that. I know that they can be very specific. That's why, right? You know, I don't know how demanding they are as well, but I don't know whether or not they supply visual aid. So, but yeah, that doesn't seem very fun. Oh, there you go. Thankfully, that's good. I'm just not like how deep. Like I don't really know how detailed a lot of those things get to be. And detail's never really an issue. It's just the amount of time things would take, I guess, and you know, weighing it between the value of what you're charging or what you're getting paid for it. Like for example, like robots, armor, like mechanical armor, those will take longer than say, you know, a regular character. Specialize in that stuff, yeah. That's, but I mean, if they specialize in it, I'm assuming they also enjoy it, right? I mean, that's an assumption, but it's safe to assume. Otherwise, they've got themselves in a hole that would suck. Where it's like, oh, I'm known for doing this, but I actually don't enjoy it. That doesn't sound fun. It's like, yeah, I'm known to draw Transformers, but I don't like drawing Transformers. That's not a real example. I'm just saying, like, that would be a terrible example. Like, where it's like, yep, terrible situation they'd be in. Oh, yeah, absolutely. From your perspective, without a doubt. Maybe I'll do that less. Yeah, it's looking all right. Yep. I miss going to conventions. That's one of the things. Travel, I miss travel. You know, I see a lot of my mates overseas because of travel, and because of that, because of this, you know, it's not really happening. I am super thankful that I did travel at the beginning of this year, though. So at least, you know, I got that. And I look forward to the return of travel generally. Yes. Let's see. Let's see what I can add. Actually, no, those are too small. No, those are too big. Way too small. It's the variation. Oh, that's better. Do some of that random blur. Let's go to yeah, see, that's even worse when like you got mates who are like fairly close still, but you don't actually still see. Radial blur, actually, that's not enough. Let's go to well, it looks like I might not begin the next one. Oh, maybe, we'll see. Still got about 18 minutes. And this one's going to be done in about 5 minutes, less than. I just got to do the blurs and such. Apply all that. Which I will do right now. Nope. Where was I? Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Also. Mm-hmm. Travel is still travel, regardless of distance, really. It was 16. Nope, not that. 24. How's that look? No, maybe here. It's a bit more subtle, isn't it? But it's there. select enough of it. See, stuff like that. Gotta be more full. Okay, there we go. Let's try that again. That is 6. Okay, that's better. 24, actually. Let's go 24. Okay. Nice. Okay, that focus is working quite well. I'm glad I did it in post. I'm glad I decided to split it up. That was a good move. Because if I did it, like, if I drew it all in one go, it would blur too much of the back. Like, for example, let me blur that arm. So, like, here, you see the blur on the arm, but the shoulder, the shoulder spike would be blurred also, whereas here, it's still sharp, because the pure focus is, the pure blur is on the actual arm. So I am glad that I did it this way. Takes a little longer, but if it's about results, then, you know, it's worth it. And again, like, all this is for fun, but if you're gonna do something, do it to the best of your ability, right? Why half-ass it? It's kind of my problem sometimes, where I'm like, if I'm gonna do it, why would I spend time to not do it right? And it represents you. Like, this could be the first image that a stranger will see. So it should at least, you know, represent you well enough. Okay, well, she's done. Let me... Is it 2 by 12, 8 by 12? Let me start the next one. Yeah, I got about 10 minutes. May as well start the next one, right? Ooh, who to draw though? Who to draw? Sometimes, like, thinking up the character is time consuming. It's like thinking of a song to listen to, or a movie, right? With all the streaming options that we have these days, it's like I'm spending more time just thinking about what I want to watch as opposed to watching it. Yeah, this was... May as well draw this one. Same. And lately, I'm just like, these days, I just shuffle. Like, I'll start something, you know. Could be 10 minutes in. I'll pause it, open up Spotify, listen to a couple of songs, stop that, go to YouTube, pop something on there, watch a video or two, stop that, continue that Netflix thing. All this while I'm working. And I'm like, this is... My attention is just all over the place. But it gets work done, right? So... So you probably guessed. I'm drawing Gouketsu. Does he have spikes on his... Yeah, he does have spikes on his wrist. He's got like spikes everywhere. I think this guy looked cool in his human form too. I think I may have pushed the angle a bit much here. G'day, Moon Man Calvin. I'll be stopping this stream in 5 minutes, just in case. You weren't aware of that. That's such a cool... Oh, I'm gonna light it like that, I think. Yep. Yep. I will throw everything that all the streams that I'm doing, I throw onto YouTube just to archive it. So if you miss it, then it's gonna be there. The only benefit, really, if there even is a benefit, of watching it on these streams is seeing it drawn live. Yeah, that I've got bloody a base sketch and I still don't even follow it fully. What a silly. I don't like that. Cool. Yeah, the only reason why I started like archiving it onto YouTube is because I don't really know how long it'll be on Twitch. Because I remember like all the videos, they would just like start deleting themselves after a few days. So I was like, I should probably just grab it from here and then just upload it onto YouTube anyways. They end up getting more views after the fact anyway. So, I mean, I don't really know like what the best time is to stream anyway. This is the best for me specifically because it is a warm-up to the day, as opposed to like, you know, starting and stopping. Cool. There's Gouketsu. Does he have any other scars on his body? No. Yeah. Yeah, it makes sense then. Makes sense. So yeah, but I'm not like uploading it onto YouTube like straight away. I think I just this morning I just uploaded the deep seeking. So there's still a couple before I get up to this point. It's a couple days after that. Is it 2 months? Yeah, I don't know. Because I remember like before anyways. I'm just remembering earlier where it was just a few days. It might be longer this time. No idea, but I don't want to take that risk. So yeah, as soon as I upload it onto YouTube, I'll just clear it from Twitch. And then we just watch it on YouTube. Alright, there's Gouketsu right there. I think I'll grab breakfast after this. Alright guys, it's 10 AM. So that's it for today's stream. I will continue this tomorrow. Thank you for joining. And I'll catch everybody tomorrow who drops by. So yeah, cheers.